Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels Origins. So at the end of my last story-based episode, we had just finished Liliana's story, and now we're about to take on Chandra's story. So she's basically born into a family of tinkerers, but she doesn't really like putting things together. She likes breaking things apart. So for the first mission, you find yourself in yet another long series of scrapes with the authorities of Kaladesh, who don't understand you. This time, however, something unexpected happens when they corner you fast, and fire spontaneously erupts from your hands. Okay, so let's begin, and let's start to try and ignite Chandra's spark. This is where she discovers she's some kind of pyromancer, I'd assume. She hasn't quite got her flaming hair. Oh, look at that. It's a nice little thopter in the corner there. Is that a thopter as well? I don't know. So we're up against the Kaladesh artificers. Blah, 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 blah. Made up words. We got Pyre Charger, which has haste and is a 1-1. Young Pyromancer. I'm actually going to keep this. He's not too bad an opening hand. Mostly because we've got the Young Pyromancer, a couple of spells to activate it, and a Pyre Charger with haste as well. So, it'd be nice if we had a 1-drop, but it's not the end of the world. I'll probably drop Pyre Charger next turn, Pyromancer the turn after that, and then start dropping things like Flames of the Firebrand and Fiery Impulse to start generating some elemental tokens with the Young Pyromancer. Okay, so we're playing a red-blue deck. I'm assuming we're probably going to play some kind of Thopter deck maybe. When Sellsword Brute dies, it deals 2 damage to you. Okay, so when that dies, he basically gets 2 damage dealt to him. Interesting. Let's drop you. I will drop the Pyre Charger this turn, because next turn potentially what I can do is drop Young Pyromancer, Fiery Impulse, the 2-2. Actually, I skipped my attack there because there's no point swinging in, because all what happened is it will get destroyed. So the haste is kind of wasted on this thing. I don't know, maybe it's better dropping it as a bomb later on. We'll see how it goes. So he's going to swing in for 2. I'm little baby Chandra. Just skip blocking there, as I don't want to lose my creature, which I've just played. See what my opponent does. They are dropping an Aeronaut Tinkerer. Okay, interesting, interesting. There we go. So we do have a Flames of the Firebrand for next turn as well, but I think for this turn, what we'll do is probably skip combat. And then we'll drop a Young Pyromancer and then Fiery Impulse the 2-2. There we go. And then next turn we've got Flames of the Firebrand on the 2-3, which is quite nice. Ooh, liking the new elemental artwork. That's quite nice. So we now have three creatures on the board to his 1, and he's also taken 2 damage to our 2 damage, which is quite nice. And we've got the Thopter Engineer, so this will drop a 1-1 Flyer Thopter, which will also make this 2-3 a flyer as well. She's going to swing in both of these, as this one gets haste because of the Artificer. Yeah, the Thopter Engineer even, sorry. So I've got to hope that we actually draw into some spells and not mana for once, would be nice. Seriously, I'm just getting completely mana flooded here. This is ridiculous. So I'm probably just going to Flames of the Firebrand, just that 1-3, just so I can swing in with all of this maybe. There we go, just deal all 3 damage to that one. That'll generate a token. I'm also going to pump up this, give it an extra 1 attack. So I'm just going to try and outpace him right now, basically, and hope that I actually draw into some decent spells soon. And I've got a teeny tiny deck, and all I've drawn since the beginning of this game is mana. It's like, I don't need mana. I'm mana flooded, for God's sake. Give me some spells, like some decent removal spells. I know Chandra probably has somewhere. So he's going to swing in for 3. So that should leave us just the 1 behind, but with the superior board position. What's he going to play? He's playing another Aspiring Tinkerer. Aeronaut Tinkerer, sorry, yeah. So we could do with a removal spell for you. Please, 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 please. Seriously, are you actually joking? That is just, like, typical of my luck. So we're going to attack with all, see what he blocks. If he doesn't block this one, I'm pumping it right up. So I'm just going to pump it up by 2. There we go, just so I kill it. Marvellous. We still do 4 damage, which isn't too bad. And what's he doing now? against first strike, you're joking. So I just didn't have any mana to spend anyway, because, you know, all I've drawn is mana. So we've taken down to 9. Interesting. So like I said, I could do with some kind of removal spells, like, soon. So he's about to swing in for 5 here, which will take me down to 7. Depending what else he's got as well. Just a mana, okay, that I can cope with. Scrapyard Mongrel, I cannot, however. That will be a 5-3 when it comes down, because he's got the 1-1 artifact. What? Are you joking? Oh, God. I'm just going to restart this, because there's no point in me carrying on, because I'm basically going to lose, because all I've drawn is mana, which is just not cool. Not cricket, as us Brits would say. Not cricket. I mean, it's like a half-sized deck, and I've basically, the entire top half of it was just red mana. That's just obscene. Let's have a look at this. So, this is looking far better. Like, why couldn't I have had things like the Fire Elemental, Ravaging Blaze, and Chandra's Fury before even? I mean, I liked the Young Pyromancer, so that was a great card, but where are all these ones when I was, like, top-decking horrendous amounts of mana? That's really cool. I like Chandra's Fury there. That would have been awesome in the last game. But no, the game just wanted me to draw lots and lots of delicious mana. Oh, awesome. We've even got the Young Pyromancer again. At least this time we've gone first, so we get our 1-1 haste creature in there. So we can play the Young Pyromancer next turn. See, now we want to draw into a mana. Like, now I've basically got, like, a really awesome hand, which I want the mana for, but... never mind. This is just where we're going to have to keep restarting until we get, like, the perfect draw. And he's played the Sellsword Brute again. So I would like the Chandra's Phoenix at some point. Okay, so we've got the Young Pyromancer to play this turn. So I'm probably just going to skip my attack and play the Young Pyromancer. I mean, we've got the Fiery Impulse to come, which is quite nice. So we're looking for a third mana to play Chandra's Phoenix would be quite nice. So we can start swinging in the air and then blocking some Thopters, things like that. So he's played a Thopter Engineer, okay. This will generate the 1-1 token. So he's going to swing in with both of them. I'm just going to skip blocking there. I have to take the 3 damage. It's not the end of the world. Mana! Seriously, like, previous game, Mana Flood, this game, Mana Screwed. I never. That's pretty cool. So once I've got, like, two instant sorcery spells in my graveyard, this deals damage to him as well. But that would actually require me to... I'm just going to Fire Impulse that, generate a token. There we go. Marvellous. So I'm still hoping for the mana to play the Chandra's Phoenix, because at least then I can start blocking Thopter creatures as well. Skip my attack for now, no point swinging him. So I've got him down to 17. Obviously, because with the death of the Sellsword Brute. Yeah, we could do with the like 3 more mana and I'm singing, but this time it's just not coming through. Skip blocking there. Take the 2 damage. Hope he doesn't play something too terrifying here. Of course, it's the Aeronaut Tinkerer, so we're looking at a fairly similar plan of attack from him as before. We've got another Young Pyromancer, but again, this is not helping. I need mana this... What is going on? It's like all the mana's at the bottom of the deck this time. There's not really much point swinging in there, as he'll just block it all anyway. I mean, the Chandra's Phoenix would be great if I could actually, you know, get it. Skip blocking there because I've got a much better board position to start dealing damage, providing I can actually play something like the Chandra's Phoenix. Oh, and of course, we've got the Scrapyard Mongrel. Why wouldn't we get the Scrapyard Mongrel? Mana, come on, mana. We need the mana. You... Right, I'm restarting again. This is taking the PISS. Rage. Wow, just wow. These decks are atrocious. Just the fact that, oh my god. Okay, I'm starting with. I want to start with 3 mana. Hopefully. Nope, that's not good. Draw a new hand. That might have to do, I suppose. Keep that. So haste with Renowned 1 on the Firebrand Elemental. Fire Fiend Elemental, sorry. Just wow, the luck. Oh, there we go, we actually got a 3rd mana this time. That's not too bad then. Although we've not really got anything that I can make use of it. What's the one? The one that generates tokens would be quite nice. So he has again played the Sellsword Brute. So it looks like my opponent starts off with a fairly similar hand every time. I'm just going to Fire Impulse that straight away. It'll allow me to swing him with the Fire Charger next turn. And he loses 2 health as well, so it's not too bad. Ooh, we will be able to play Chandra's Phoenix next turn, which has flying and haste. Excellent. I like the fact that whenever you play a instant or sorcery spell, it returns from the graveyard to your hand as well, so potentially later on, once you've got lots and lots of red removal spells, it's going to keep coming back, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're still looking for like 2 more mana, 1 more at least for the Fire Fiend Elemental. Okay, so he's played the gear, what's it called? The Girupa Gear Crafter, so puts a Thopter on the board. Interesting, that's not what we've seen before. Ooh, we do have the Young Pyromancer as well to play later on, but I think the Chandra's Phoenix is probably the better of the plays here. I'm just going to attack with all and see if he double blocks. I don't mind if he kills off that one, I've got another one to replace it anyway. Nope, he's going to let the 3 damage go through. That's fair enough. I can accept that, he's down to 14, I'm still at 20, so I'll take the 3 damage if I have to. Because that one's got haste as well, so we've got a lot of very fast creatures here. Fire Elemental isn't that fast, but it is very powerful. So, and here we have an Aspiring Aeronaut, so this is going to be a 1/2 flyer, which will generate a Thopter. Okay, excellent. Another mana, which is what we want to see. So, do I drop the Fire Fiend Elemental here, or potentially the Young Pyro? This does have haste, and it does have Renown, so I'm going to play it, because basically, if he decides to double block it, I think that'd be a worthwhile trade in my part. But if he doesn't block it, then it is Renown, so I'm just going to swing him with all of this, see what he blocks. He may decide to trade that with that, and which he has done, so we'll kill off one of his creatures there and push through 2 more damage, which is always good. And he's only got 4 damage on the board to my 5, and he won't want to swing in because he won't want to risk losing the Fire Fiend Elemental. He won't risk that becoming Renown, basically. Here we go, some more mana, excellent, that's what we want to see. So I do have the Fire Elemental now. I'm just going to swing in with Chandra's Phoenix, I think, here. See what he does. So I'll kill off the Aspiring Aeronaut first. That will die, but it will potentially be back later on. I'll basically use this to block the 5/4, I think. So we could do the spell now to bring back the Chandra's Phoenix, would be quite nice. He's just going to swing with the 1/1. That I can accept. I'm fine with that. I will let you take the 1 health off of me. And we've got a Gear Crafter, so he's going to generate another Thopter. Okay, more mana. That's not particularly useful, so we're probably just going to skip combat here. Play a Young Pyromancer. I may as well play the Pyre Charger as well, just because. And then just pray that I draw into some kind of like removal soon instead of more land like I was doing in the first game. Man, these decks are crap. Like, really, really crap. Okay, so we're swinging with the 2 Thopters. That's fine. That I can accept. And we've got another Aspiring Aeronaut. Not the best. Could do with the Chandra's Outrage, I think it is. The one that deals like 1 damage across the board would be quite nice. Oh, there it is. Chandra's Fury. Excellent. So I can deal 4 damage to target player and 1 damage across the board. So I will do that now. And I generate a token for my troubles. Look at that, beautiful. That's like board clear almost. And we even get Chandra's Phoenix back, so that was like the perfect card to draw at the perfect time. Yeah, may as well just attack with all now really, and see what he does. Don't really care if he blocks too much, because I'm going to have a crazy board compared to him otherwise. So he has decided to do that, that's fine by me. I could have also pumped that up by 1, but I wasn't really paying attention. So he's now down to 5. So yeah, that Chandra's Outrage was like literally the card that I needed just at that moment. So this Aeronaut Tinker is nothing too terrifying at this stage. This stage as it doesn't get flying, and a Sellsword Brute again, not too bad. Now we got another Fire Elemental, but I'm going to play the Chandra's Phoenix to push through 2 damage. And then potentially if he doesn't block that, I will be pumping it up for the rest of the damage. I think we'll be pushing through enough damage anyway by the looks of things, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's just pump you up. Just a bit on the safe side, I don't care, but he's got an empty hand and all his mana's tapped, so yeah. Cool, so we finally beat this one. Jesus. Man, were we unlucky though. Goodbye Kaladesh Artificers. Finally Chandra, you won. Ugh. I swear to God, if this says deck upgrade and it's still garbage, I will know that I've been lied to. Nope, my deck was not upgraded. So thanks to your newfound fire magic, you managed to escape from the authorities, but your fiery gift does not go unnoticed. Kaladesh soldiers, led by the formidable Captain Baral, pursue you through the city. Okay, so what are we doing now? So with Captain Baral's soldiers hot on your heels, you duck into an artifact foundry to hide, but as soon as you enter, a host of automated artifacts detect your presence and come to life. They don't look friendly. Okay, let's crack on with this one then. That's the land, like the foundry of the consoles or something like that, I think it is. So I'm expecting more Thopters now. Yeah, that's like that's a special land that you can get in this game. The artwork from it. Okay, Manic Vandal. I'm going to draw a new hand here because I can't really justify that. But this I reckon I can probably get away with. See how it goes. At least we've got turn 1, so we can potentially play the Pyre Charger next turn. Hope we draw into some good stuff. At least we started off with 3 mana. The last hand I was tempted by, but I wasn't really going to be doing anything for like 3 turns, so he's managed to play a Bonded Construct for 1 mana. Can't attack alone, but it can block my Pyre Charger potentially. Interesting. We'll play this though. Do I swing? I won't, because basically he could block it, and because it can't attack alone, so unless he's got something else that he can play now. This is going to be like a really kind of like colourless artifact deck, so you can basically just play like any mana. Yeah, we've got Rune Servitors here now. Okay, so at least we're 2 turns away from being able to play Fire Elementals, which is not too bad. I'm going to swing in with this 1/1 and see if he blocks. If he doesn't, I will pump it up. If he does, I will still pump it up. Do I just Ravaging Blaze that for 1, just to keep this alive? It seems like a waste, but at the same time, maybe it isn't. I know it sounds really stupid, but I'm going to destroy that. I want to keep this alive. I was hoping to kill off that one, but obviously he was more willing to sacrifice that one, which is fair enough. It's only the story mode. I don't really care if I make too many mistakes. It's just kind of like getting through it, getting some free gold essentially. So I'll take 2 damage there. Not the end of the world. And he's going to play a Ramroller. So attacks each turn is able, and Ramroller gets +2/0 as long as you control another artifact. Okay, so that's going to come down as a 4/3, which is what I assumed. What do we get here then? So we've got 5 Fiend Elemental, which we can play. It does have haste. Do I play it now? I'm tempted not to. I'm going to swing in with this one, see if he blocks. I want to see if he blocks here. If not, I'm just going to smack him for 5 in the face. There we go, come on. That's going to go up to a 5-1. I'll smack him for 5. I'm going to take 6 damage next turn, but I will be then starting to drop down the fire elementals, so not too bad at all. So he goes down to 15. What have we got here then? Oh, Chief of the Foundry. That is not cool. So I'm now going to take 8 damage this turn instead. Yep, as I suspected, 8 damage. Okay, so I go down to 10. Ouch. What did I manage to get this time? We got the Manic Vandal. Destroy target artifact. Ooh, very nice. So I could... I'm going to drop Manic Vandal. Oh, do I take out the 2-3? I'm thinking 2-3, yeah. There we go. So I'm actually going to keep this alive because I can actually use it as a blocker next turn to kill this 4-3. And that'll give me then a very good board presence. So yeah, I didn't realise that I didn't read that properly when I had it up before, so I didn't realise it was going to be able to destroy target artifact, which is quite nice. So oh, there we go, Foundry of the Consoles. Yeah, I was right, that is the same artwork, as you can see. Well, it's a very similar artwork. So I'm going to unpause there. So he's going to swing him just with that one, so I'm going to block. And then pump it up by 2. Kill it off. Very nice. So that goes to the graveyard. And then he's going to play a Primal Clay. Enters the battlefield, it becomes your choice of a 3-3 artifact creature, a 2-2 artifact creature with flying, or a 1-6 wall artifact creature with defender in addition to its other types. Interesting. So he's chosen a 3-3 creature. Fair enough. And a bonded construct as well. So what are we going to get? We are going to get a Chandra's Phoenix. Very nice. Now, do I play this? Or do I play a Fire Elemental as a Meteor blocker? I'm thinking probably Fire Elementals. Let's skip attack there. Start dropping these down as they are pretty weighty creatures that can deal with any of these and survive, so... So I can play my haste creatures later on to like finish him off, but I'd rather just get some serious blockers down first. There we go. So again, I'm probably going to go for the second fire elemental here. So I'm just going to skip attack there. So I can play the Chandra's Phoenix next turn and then just start swinging in the air. But I'd rather get 2 serious blockers down first. So he's sacrificing that to go for the Thopters. Okay, so maybe Chandra's Phoenix would have been a better idea here. So I am about to take 2 damage, and he's got another Foundry of the Consoles. So I can't do anything about them this turn. So I take 2 damage. That's fine. Chandra's Outrage would be nice. Nope, 2 Chandra's Phoenixes though will work for me. So may as well, yeah, we'll play both of them. We'll save them as blockers for now. Seems like a waste, but hey ho. We are in a tricky situation with only 8 health. Let's skip attack. So he's sacrificing that for 2 more Thopters. So he's going to have 4 Thopters this turn. Nope, he's going to attack with the Rune Servitor alone. Interesting. Yeah, we'll block with one of these 5/4s. I'm assuming he's probably got some way of pumping this up. Nope. But we both draw a card, I believe. A mana, not the greatest for me. Okay, and he's played a Rusted Sentinel, enters the battlefield tapped. Fair enough. And we've got another Bonded Construct. Interesting. So he's got a ridiculous board right now. So we'll play the Mountain, we'll play the Fire Fiend Elemental. Now I could attack here and actually just force his hand, but I'd rather not. I think I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can deal with most of this. I'm hoping for something like the Chandra's Outrage, which will deal with most of his board in one sweep. We do have the Fiery Impulse though, so I can deal with, say for example, not the Primal Clay won't work, but I could deal with one of the Thopters to make my life a little bit easier, I suppose. Or I should have saved it maybe for the Chandra's Phoenix, but there we go. So at least he's only got 3 Thopters on the board now. So we're a little bit more even, which is good for me. So I'm still hoping for that Chandra's Outrage, which will kind of deal mass 1 damage across the board. So the AI is clever enough not to do anything right now, and we've got a Primal Clay here. This might be a 2... No, it's another 3/3 on the board, so that's kind of terrifying. Ooh, Manic Vandal. Good, 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 good. So we can use this to destroy one of the 3/3s, I think, or the 3/4 actually. That's a bit more terrifying. Now I could attack, but I'd rather not, as I've got the lower of the 2 health. So like I said, I'm waiting for a board clear on his side, potentially. Got to be patient here, got to be patient. Either waiting for the AI to make a mistake, or we're waiting for the perfect card to help us swing in. Flames of the Firebrand deals 3... Ah, here we go, Flames of the Firebrand, this is what we need. So we can go 1, 2, 3. There we go, get rid of all of his Thopters, which was a big problem. Let's be honest. As they were stopping us from swinging in the air ourselves, so we can now swing him for 4 damage every turn without him being able to do anything. We'll save the Mountain, just to freak out the AI, even though I'm fairly sure the AI can't really be freaked out. And he's played a Steel Overseer. Put a 1/1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Wow, that is terrifying. I need to kind of finish him off before that can start pumping up any of these. So do I just go for it? Because you're going to have to do like a massive block otherwise. So if I swing it with you and you... You and you, and you, and save these 2 as chump blockers maybe? Yeah, let's go for it. We're going to go for it, guys. That's too terrifying for me to pass up, so I'll deal with 2 of these, well at least 1 of these, which is good. So yeah, that was pretty devastating for him. I've still got 2 2/2s to deal with this one. That's going to get pumped up to a 4/4, but I can kill it by double blocking. I think he's probably dead next turn after that, so he's decided not to swing. And what have we got here? Crumbling Colossus. Trample with 7/4. Wow, when it attacks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. Interesting, so it's like a 1-hit, like, wonder kind of thing. What have we got here then? Pyre Charger. Interesting, so that's got haste, so I may as well play it. So again, we'll swing in with you, and you. See what he blocks. So he's only got two open, so he can only block either of these 2. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. So I'll kill off both his big creatures. Yeah, you can activate that again. If I hadn't done that enough, though, I would have been able to kind of keep adding to it, which is good. I was worried there for a second that if I hadn't activated it enough, then it wouldn't have been able to kill it. Okay, so Fire Fiend Elemental as well, just for the S's and the G's. I'm not going to be rude. And there we go. We're going to finish him off with the two Chandra's Phoenixes. Yes, my Phoenixes fly, my pretties fly. There we go. So we got another 20 gold. Takes us to 210. I believe we also unlocked a quest there by the looks of things, which is how I've studied at 210. So the good news is that you're getting the hang of your gift of pyromancy. The bad news, you've scorched a dozen of highly valuable artifacts and burned down the foundry. You can bet Captain Burrell's forces will redouble their efforts to find you now. Whoopsie daisy. So after the destruction of the foundry, completely accidental but admittedly due to your fire magic, you and your family flee to the countryside to hide from Burrell. The wild creatures out here scare you at first, but you soon realise that a beast attack is just another chance to practice your pyromancy. Okay, so we'll be dealing that in the next story episode next week, but I think for now we'll buy ourselves a pack. There we go, buy the one. See what we get. Planeswalker, go! Planeswalker, no. We've got Exquisite Firecraft though, which is quite a nice removable spell. Got Jesse and Thief, Towergeist, Guardian Automaton, Infernal Scarring. So that's a really naff pack, I'll be honest. But yeah, that'll be the end of the episode for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode. and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.